Hi there, my name is Kevin and I am from healthagentacademy.com, and I also handle training for a general agency that represents a major health insurance carrier in Florida. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get a insurance license in North Carolina. And this is based on my experience in helping folks pretty much all over the country get their insurance license. And the the licenses we're going to show you are for life, health, or both. Um, Now, the way it works in North Carolina, you can either get a life insurance license, a health insurance license, or you can get a license to do both. Now, the license to do both is essentially getting both licenses, both a life insurance license and a health insurance license. Um, I typically recommend to people pretty much across the board that if they have the time and the money and the resources and they're going to spend those to get licensed, it's a good idea to go ahead and get the ability to sell both life and health insurance. There's a lot of great opportunity to cross-sell. So if you have clients that have the need for life insurance, they may also need the need for health insurance and vice versa. And you may want to start off just focusing on life insurance or just focusing on health insurance. Either way, that's fine. Whatever suits what your goals are. But at some point down the line, you're going to get the urge, the bug, so to speak, to cross-sell. And what I would recommend doing is while you're taking the time and effort to study and learn and kind of be in that mode of licensing, you might as well sign up to do both. Now, again, in North Carolina, it's both life insurance and a health insurance license. Now, you do save some application fees by applying together, and we're going to go ahead and walk you through that in the video. And again, this video, I also want to just stress, is for those looking to get a resident license in North Carolina. I don't think I'd mentioned that before, but again, this is for resident North Carolina residents getting a resident license. So the steps to get your license, first off, what I would do is before getting into these, I'm going to show you briefly what to do. North Carolina also has a nice little checklist you can use, and I've got a link to that below, as well as I've got links to the sites I'm going to show you. We're going to go through the steps here pretty quickly. So the first thing you want to do is sign up for a pre-licensing course, and I'll show you an option of one that you can use. You can apply for your license. Then you want to schedule your exam. You do have to sit for a state exam. And then you want to get your fingerprints taken. And then you want to pass your exam. And once you pass your exam, then you're a licensed agent and you're ready to go. But just to show you more quickly, or show you a little bit more in depth, here's what you need to do to go through those steps. So here's the checklist for North Carolina. So in the state of North Carolina, you've got quite a few different steps. Now, again, I'm distilling this down to what I found to be a little bit easier than all the things they're telling you to do. But again, check these just to make sure you don't want anything to hold up your license. But just to keep it pretty simple, what you're first going to do is you're going to sign up for a licensing course. You can take all kinds of different licensing courses. The key is just make sure it's a course that is an approved vendor for the state. And North Carolina, I've not seen where they publish their pass rates, but in some states they publish their pass rates for the exam and then even drill down and hold the vendors for the pre-licensing courses accountable based on their pass rates. And License Coach has some of the highest pass rates in the states that I've seen where they do include the pass rates, and it is the vendor that I personally recommend to new agents, the ones that I'm working with, that they go through License Coach. And License Coach was nice enough to give us a coupon code, and there's a link and the coupon code are down below, so it can save you a little bit of money. So if you did decide to go through License Coach, what you would do is just sign up here. And then, of course, you would pick North Carolina as the state on the next page, which is loading. There it is. Sorry for the wait there. and we're going to go North Carolina. Click go. Now, again, in North Carolina, if you decided you wanted to sell life and health insurance, you would have to take 2 different courses. Now, just know you don't have your license issued until you've completed both courses and passed both state exams. So if that is the route you're looking to go, then you would need to select both. But if you were looking to sell only one, so for example, if you only wanted to sell health insurance, then, or excuse me, only sell life insurance, you'd uncheck health there, or only check life, and then you proceed to the student profile and sign up. And again, if you do decide to use them, please make sure to use the coupon code so you can save a little bit of money. And again, they're a high quality product. It's who I personally recommend to new agents to use. So if you decide to go with them, great. If you have another company you're looking to do, great, that's fine too. Either way, as long as it's a approved vendor, then it'll help you get your North Carolina license. So then what you want to do is you want to apply for your license. And what you do is you go to the link which is provided below. It's the National Insurance Producer Registry. Basically, it's an independent organization that keeps tabs on agents pretty much all over the country and who's licensed in what states and things of that nature. And this is who North Carolina uses for you to apply. So you just come to the homepage here, you'd click apply for license. Again, I'm more explaining this as a resident license. You always have to have a license in the state you're residing in, that you're residing in. And assuming that you're a North Carolina resident and you're applying for a North Carolina resident license, you'd click resident licensing, and you would just click down below to get to North Carolina. And here it would tell you how to go about this. Now, generally speaking, you're going to be applying as an individual for an individual license. Businesses, if you had an agency or a particular business that's separate of you as an individual, even if you're the owner of it. But if you're applying for yourself as an individual, which in most cases you would most likely be, they've got more notes themselves on what you need to do to get licensed. But the key is this state is mainly for applying, and there's this big green button for apply here. So next, what you're going to do is go ahead, and what I recommend people do is approximately halfway through the licensing course, go ahead and sign up for your state exam. And I think there's something very powerful from what I've seen is if you have the exam scheduled, there's something you're looking forward to. I don't know if it's just our minds click on a certain way when we know we have something that we're required to do. So North Carolina uses a company called Pearson VUE, and Pearson VUE is a company that quite a few different states use to do the state exams, and they have various testing centers where you go in and you take the test. And what I would recommend doing is, again, about halfway through, just get the exam on your calendar so you know when you're going to take it. And then what you can do is just make sure when you sign up, I believe at the time of this video, Pearson VUE has a 48-hour reschedule policy. So, for example, if you had an exam scheduled for Thursday at noon, you would have until Tuesday, that Tuesday before, at noon to reschedule. So again, it's 48 hours. So just double check that when you sign up. But the key is with that is if you start to realize that you need more time or you need to reschedule, that's fine. That's why they have the rescheduling policy. But again, I think there's something very powerful in just having it on your calendar so that you know when that test is coming up. And I think that puts a little bit of, we'll just call it positive pressure. At least it has for me, and it has for the students that I've recommended it to. So go ahead and put it on the calendar just so you know it's coming up, and then just study for it. And then what's not on a slide here is, or on a a particular website is if you do need to get fingerprinted, the state of North Carolina is going to give you, they're going to contact you either by email or another form of correspondence, most likely by email, from what I've seen. And they're going to let you know that you do need to take time out to get fingerprinted. And just make sure that if they do tell you you need to get fingerprinted, that you use an approved vendor. Now, I've seen it where people will not use an approved vendor and it'll hold up getting their license, and you don't want to do that, because you're going to want to, once you get your license, you're going to want to get started. You're going to want to start creating some momentum, getting out there, helping clients, and you don't want fingerprinting because you went to the wrong vendor or something like that to get fingerprinted. So make sure you use whoever they say to use. And then also, I know they said I had said if it was required, they'll contact you. I would just expect that it is required, especially if you are new to insurance and you haven't already been vetted. That's just the key, is that they would just want to make sure that everybody in insurance is a trustworthy person. And so once you've gotten all the fingerprinting taken care of, then you're ready to move ahead. And what I would recommend doing is just study as hard as you possibly can for that exam. It's not an easy exam. I don't want to sugarcoat it, but the exam itself is passable. It's not easy. In the states that do publish the pass rate seems to be around 50%. So that means half pass, half don't pass. So don't focus too much on the half that don't, because you will have set yourself up well, because you'll have studied hard and done everything that you needed to do to give yourself the best fighting chance to pass the first time. If you think that you're ready to get started on your insurance career, first thing you do is begin the process of your license. Don't wait, just get started. Because the longer you wait to start your licensing process, the longer it will take you to get your license. So what you want to do is sign up for a licensing course to start learning. And again, you can use anybody you want. If you do decide to use License Coach, great. I recommend them. I've been using them for prospective agents, and I've found that they have a very good product, and they seem to have a good pass rate with their folks to the state, both what I've seen published and what I've seen happen in real life. So if you do decide to use them, there are codes down below. And also, if you're looking for more information, you can go to Health Agent Academy, and we've got a website where you can sign up on our email list, and we'll send you some tips periodically and some updates just to keep you up to speed on what's going on in the insurance business. And more than anything, I just want to wish you the best of luck in your new insurance career. So congratulations on taking the first step, watching this video to learn more about insurance and getting started on getting licensed. And the next step is to get started. So I wish you the best of luck, and insurance has been great to me, and I hope it'll be good to you. Thanks for watching. Take care.